sale to known terrorist elements.
Troops poured across the DMZ and into North Korea, intent on dislodging the newly installed regime of General Song. The president today reaffirmed the...
It's a scary world we live in nowadays, full of crooks and corrupt world leaders. What better way to survive in such a world than by participating in it, offering your services like shooting and bombing the hell out of stuff to the highest bidder. If this sounds quite up your alley, then you should pick up a copy of Mercenaries, developed by the people responsible for Star Wars Battlefront, Pandemic Studios, and published by LucasArts. No, this game is not about Jedi and lightsabers, it's about the real world, focused on the events in totalitarian North Korea in 2007, 2 years after the game's release. Korean President Kim, wink wink, nudge nudge, is trying to plant the seeds of democracy in war-torn and famished North Korea, but it's not long until he's assassinated by his son General Song, who is more interested in continuing the old ways of totalitarianism and acquiring as many weapons as possible to sell to terrorists overseas. As a result, China wants in on the action to try and make North Korea part of its People's Republic. South Korea wants to reunite the country into a unified Korea, and the Russian mob is looking to profit off of all the hubbub.
That I disapprove of using private contractors, but the People's Army is large and slow to rouse. If I am to secure this province for China, I must employ your services or risk losing the initiative.
You are one of 3 guns for hire working for an organization known as Executive Operations, or XOps. I chose Chris Jacobs, voiced by none other than Marvin from Pulp Fiction, Phil Lamar.
Just resting my eyes. What's our ETA?
You're about 10 minutes from the DMZ drop zone.
Damn, they were gonna bump me up to first class.
You are dropped right smack in the middle of the Korean demilitarized zone, which, if you paid attention in history class in the newspaper, is right on the 38th parallel, and is one of the most high-tension areas in the world. Your job is to work for whoever is smart enough to call upon your superior services, whether it be the Allied nations, South Korea, China, or the Russian mobsters. The DMZ is, as the cover calls it, a playground of destruction. Moving around the DMZ will give you that Grand Theft Auto feel as you pilot jeeps, tanks, and Humvees to get around. The main objective in the game is to get to General Song and collect his bounty, but to do so, you'll have to start small and work your way through the deck of 52, which consists of everyone who works for him. Apprehending bounties can be difficult since each North Korean working under General Song is usually accompanied by an escort of military grunts, and if you happen to kill a member of the press, penalties will be incurred. Which leads me to the AI in this game. Sometimes they'll just sit in their Humvee and wait for you to shoot them. It isn't too bright, but nonetheless, strength is in numbers, so make sure you have plenty of allies with you too. It's up to you how you handle the other factions, however, and if you do enough work for them and earn their respect, you'll be friends. Slip up, however, and you will turn from hunter to hunted. What I like most about Mercenaries is the precarious political atmosphere, and the fact that it's your choice who you want to work for. Add in the element of a Grand Theft Auto-like world full of bombs, bullets, and vehicles to steal, and you have a gritty third-person shooter that is uncompromisingly challenging and fun at the same time.
Now who the hell is this?
Sir, this is a private contractor. XOps contacted me and I agreed.
A merc? You don't think I got enough problems? Get out of here!